So I graduated high school in 2001, and after high school I went to United States Air Force. So I went to the military, and then after the military I did some college, and in '06 is when I applied for my first police department in Denison, Texas. I got hired that year for Denison Police Department, and I've been a police officer ever since. Well, as a police officer, you got different capacities. When I worked for the Denison Police Department, I worked in the streets, and that consists of patrolling the neighborhoods and responding to calls of help or any other types of calls. Here with the Prosper Independent School District Police Department, it's a little different. My job didn't change as far as providing safety and security. I just do it for school campus, with the campus being Prosper High School. That day typically, is mainly like checking the doors, make sure the doors of the schools are locked, patrolling the hallways. Also, outside of school is to patrol the school zones, to make it safe for our students that are leaving, that are driving, or to or from school, and for those that are walking home. So a lot of the job doesn't change as far as the safety and security part. It's just the environment changes. Oh, that's easy. What I like to do is, my personality is, if I see something, that is worth commenting, I like to, comment on someone on their shirt or something like that. And that is kind of like an icebreaker. But I think my personality naturally attracts, relationships with students and staff members here. Because I'm not the type of person that's going to be quiet. I like to talk, and I talk a lot. And I have a lot of interests with a lot of students as far as sports and things like that. So those are good conversations that are often brought up. I feel like if you build positive relationships with people that you're around a lot, it does motivate you to come to work, because these are the people that you see a lot away from home, the students here, the teachers here. And so I think it's important to have a positive relationship and connection with those type of people. So I can tell you, in my police career, I spent the last 6 years working in the school. The last previous years I worked at was a middle school in Denison. And some benefits that I've seen is sometimes you'll come across some students that were, that you previously were in school with, and they'll come up to you later and say, hey, you was my favorite officer. Or, sometimes I've had the students say, hey, back when I was in middle school, you saw me in the hallway and something was wrong, and you stopped and asked me, what was wrong, and you talked to me, and from that moment I still remember that, and you made my day a lot better. So hearing positive feedback from students, or staff members, that's beneficial. It does make you feel good, knowing that sometimes, just the little things you do means a lot for somebody else. Some challenges I faced since I came to Prosper High School is, one, this high school is massive. It's a lot of students. The building is big, so it's kind of difficult as far as trying to reach out to everybody here because of the enrollment size. So I found that challenging. Sometimes I also found it challenging that the traffic is crazy here. Sometimes it takes 30 to 40 minutes just to get people in and out of this campus. So that's very challenging too. But for the most part, I think I've done okay as far as reaching out to a few people as far as building relationships and connections. Oh, that's a real mature question. It has a lot of impacts to it. Over my career, I've seen some things that, it's traumatizing. And sometimes when you at home and you think about those things, it puts you in a not so good mood. And so that's, but knowing it and realizing, these things and seeking for help or socializing with your friends usually helps with that. But it does have an impact on the personal life, especially, if you don't seek out to friends, and talk to people, especially about some of the things that you come across, being a police officer. And another challenging part is, you, as a police officer, you lose people in this profession. Some bad, tragic things happen, and sometimes it's somebody and sometimes it's a agency that's close by to your own, and so that has a lot of impact on your life too. So it just kind of makes you just, sad sometimes. But again, if you have a circle of friends and somebody to talk to, and church and all those things, those can help with that. Yeah, absolutely. Brothers and sisters. Every day, we leave our houses and we go patrol with these, people that wear the badge and do the job as you. So they're your brothers and sisters, and it's kind of a natural thing that happens, and almost kind of like the military. Once you go in the military, those people that's in your unit are your brothers and sisters, because, you do a job for the same purpose, and, you spend a lot of time with those people outside of home.